Hi, this video is going to show you how to apply for your grant online. The grant can be applied for online this year to 35 of the awarding authorities. You'll find a list of the awarding authorities that allow this on studentfinance.ie. This is also where you will make your application. For the purposes of this application, I will be applying as an incoming first year, as this is the most common student that will be going for it. If you have any particular issues or are applying under any other categories, please contact me on welfare@uccsu.ie or just drop into the office. Your PPS number, or Personal Public Service Number, must be provided. If you do not have one, you can contact the Department of Social Protection to apply for one. To find their contact details, simply go to www.welfare.ie. You'll find contact for your local branch. You must provide an original copy of your birth cert. If you are an Irish citizen, this should be your original long-form birth certificate. Your username should contain a variation of letters and numbers and be a minimum of 8 digits long. When you are happy with the registration section, please click on Submit. You must provide an original copy of your birth cert. If you are an Irish citizen, this should be your original long-form birth certificate. Yeah. Now that you're registered, use your username and password to enter your application form. Click on Grant Application, located on the top left-hand side of the page. Then click Confirm. Now you can begin to fill out your personal details. The address referenced here is the home address, not your college address. This address is what will determine what authority you apply to. This will require proof of address such as bills, bank statements, or utilities bills. Local authority here refers to where your application shall be processed. This is determined by your home residence listed on the last page. You do not have to wait until you know the exact course you are applying for to apply for your student grant. If you have applied for one or more courses and have not yet accepted a place, just take your first choice. This tells them that you have applied to the correct local authority or VEC. If you have applied for your course through the CAO, you will have an 8-digit CAO application number. There are 3 different categories of applicants: independent mature students, who are assessed on their own income; dependent mature students, who are assessed along with their parents; and under 23 students who are assessed also along with their parents. Unfortunately, there is no independent under 23 applications. You will have to be assessed in conjunction with your parents' income. With regards to occupation, please describe your main job before you started or will on your course of study. Make sure that you use precise terms such as retail store manager rather than manager. If you've always been a student, simply insert student. This information is for statistical purposes only and is an optional question. The documentation required for B2 would generally be a long-form Irish birth certificate, a certified copy of your passport, or a national identity card issued by an EU member state. The documentation required for section B4 would generally be Leaving cert results, junior cert results, a letter from principal of the secondary school, or utility bill. The fact that you have previously held a grant will not have any negative effect on your application. The section relating to your parents, you will need their PPS numbers, current marital status, home address, telephone number, and their employment status. If your parents are divorced or separated, you'll need a copy of the divorce agreement or separation agreement. This will allow you to apply under one parent as opposed to both. If your parents have other dependents upon them, these will also need to be listed. These would include foster children. There are 3 categories under which they will fall: under 16 years of age, 16 years of age and over in full-time education, or medically certified as permanently unfit for work. If it is a medically unfit dependent, a letter from a GP or relevant medical body may be required. They may also ask for a birth certificate for each dependent child. If the other dependent is applying for the grant, you will also need to list their details. If there are 2 or more dependent children attending full-time courses of at least 1 year's duration, you must send a letter from the college confirming that the student will be attending full-time in 11-12. This is to allow them to determine if they should increase the reckonable income in respect to other relevant persons attending full-time courses. The income you must put in this section refers to the gross income before tax. It applies from the period of January 1st, 2010 until December 31st, 2010. If there were sudden circumstances that occurred after this point, you can fill them in the section for extra notes. The documents that will be required shall be a P60, P21 and a P45 if employment ceased in the year 2010. The social welfare payments referred to in section F2 refer to such welfare payments as job seekers allowance, social welfare pensions, and others. Most of the sections from F3 through to F16 will not apply to the average student. However, if you do have any questions with regards to any sections, or queries with regards to what documentation is required, please do not hesitate to contact me at welfare@uccsu.ie.